Frisco 49ers and the Houston Texans. Ready to get this game started. Here's Eddie Pinheiro. And we're off and running from Houston. Starting from the 5. And this drive will start inside the 25. So here come the Texans for their opening drive. Leading them out, our 2023 Offensive Rookie of the Year. Now in his 3rd season out of Ohio State, it's C.J. Stroud.
Not a lot of quarterbacks, Kate, who are in postseason wins each of their first 2 seasons. And that's exactly what CJ has done. He has become the face of the franchise down there in Houston. And now a little more help around him, and hopefully a better offensive line to protect him this year. That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on first down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable, and it creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
Operating from the gun, it's Stroud. Has him on the quick hitter. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
They'll come up 1st and 10. First give on the ground. It's Woody Marks. And that was an incredible effort just to make it back to the line.
That's got to be so frustrating for the runner. You're fighting the good fight. You even ripped through a tackle to stay afloat, but the blocking can't buy you enough time or room to even get back to the line of scrimmage.
Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. Shotgun now for Stroud. Catch made by Woody Marks. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
Throwing on 3rd down, Stroud. Pressure comes, he's taken down, the 49ers got him. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
All right, first sack on the board on the first drive as a defense, and now, well, now we let the chess match begin, the adjustments begin, because we know pressure leads to sacks, and sacks in this league often leads to wins.
Texans going to kick this away on 4th, and it's Tommy Townsend on for the punt. And this will bring a drive that had some promise to a disappointing end. And no chance at a return as this one heads across the sideline at the 25-yard line. So here come the 49ers for their opening drive. They're led out by the 4th-year passer out of Iowa State, Brock Purdy.
You know, Kate, people won't stop recognizing Brock Purdy as Mr. Irrelevant right at first, but they better start recognizing his game. He shed that label of his draft status to me long ago. He proved there is no fluke to his talent. He knows how to see it, how to feel it, how to deliver it, and most importantly, he knows how to elevate the people around him.
First down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10. Purdy, a quick throw, complete. And he is brought to a stop after he found plenty of room there to run.
That's just so good. I mean, that is teaching tape right there. It's what you want your guys to do. To not just catch it and fall down, but have a plan. Yes, you got to catch it first, but then have a plan to go attack. Be aggressive. Get those yards after catch. That is a job well done.
1st and 10. Ball set up at the 48. On the counter, McCaffrey. And he's not going to manage to get back to the line even. Tackle for a loss. We've got 2nd and 11.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
All right, here we go. 2nd down. Shotgun snap for Purdy. On target to his back. Here's Christian McCaffrey. And he'll get this through midfield and starts pushing into Texans territory.
Some certainly do it better than others, Kate, but every running back in the league today has got to do just that. You cannot be a one-dimensional back. The ball as a runner, and really importantly, is a check-down outlet on short throws.
On 3rd down, Purdy. We put some air under this one, deep right. This is caught inside the 15. And it'll be 1st and goal. Stop is made at the 5-yard line.
At the 5-yard line.
Now, right there, that's what you want to see on your opening drive. Boom! Connect on a big shot, and instantly you set a tone that you're not going to be afraid to be aggressive in this game today. Boy, do I love that.
Off the play fake, Purdy. On the move, and he will score. Touchdown, San Francisco. The 49ers get a perfect start. They've gone up 6-0. Brock Purdy with the touchdown.
Kate, we know you can do it in different ways in today's NFL at quarterback. Some with their brains and their processing, that anticipation and accuracy. Some could do it with their improv skills to create a play when everything breaks down, and he just put on a show.
Eddie Pinheiro on now for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the 49ers will jump out to a 7-0 lead.
Texans nothing.
Now Pinheiro on to handle the kickoff. Return coming from the 6. Dukes out a one-stop. And a decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30. Now we'll see the Houston offense for their 2nd drive of the contest. And they're certainly hoping for some better results here after that first drive ended in a punt. All right, the Houston offense looks set, Brock. Here's 1st and 10. Now the first carry for Nick Chubb. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that 1st down run.
I know these D-ends love to get to the quarterback. I know that sacks many times equals a bigger payday. But doing the dirty work, playing the run well, that's what the best of the ends do in this league.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10. Again, it's Chubb. Again, he's taken down right at the line. Same guy, same call, same result. And now it's 3rd down.
You know by now, Kate, with this time we spend together, these toss plays, the best way to defend them is to hit them before they get started. And that's exactly what the defense did.
Niners countering with a 5th defensive back on this 3rd down. From the gun, Stroud. And he didn't get enough into that throw. That's low and incomplete, so they're going to be facing 4th down coming up.
An early deficit means you lose the runway to slowly get your offense up to speed. This offense got to get going. That incompletion won't help.
The Texans set to punt. And this will be his second effort of the contest. And that fair catch corralled just beyond the 25-yard line. San Francisco headed out for its second possession of the game. And they take the field exactly where they want it to be, Brock. Up a touchdown early and with a home crowd a little quieter than normal.
I'm not going to lie to you, Kate. I think most quarterbacks, competitors love playing on the road when they do just this. Just quiet them. Like, turn them against their own team. They were quiet after that opening touchdown. You score another one, you're going to start to murmur, and we might even hear a few bluebirds. The goal of running that drag route is to get it to him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. They picked up a good chunk, and there was nearly room to add even more.
Ball right up against that marker, but not there yet. It's 2nd and inches. So Reed the give to McCaffrey. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. Pick up a 5 on that play. And that's a 49er first down.
That's certainly a spot where you could be more aggressive, Kate, if you wanted to take your shots. And some coaches, even the bolder ones, will take the safe play first when they get it from time to time. No third down required now.
Purdy on first down. Short pass brought in. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on first down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
2nd down now, 7 to go. But a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete.
I think that was a throw, Kate, that just came a little bit too late. What it did is it gave that defense time to come up and deliver a pop and knock the ball loose before he could secure it fully.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Working out of the gun, it's Purdy. Hits his running back. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
It's a gain of 10. First down, 49ers.
Every time I see one of those angle routes, I think back to my day 1 install. Rookie minicamp in the NFL. Texas, angle route. 49ers of the 80s, they were making hay with it then, and the running back's still doing it to this day.
McCaffrey running between the tackles. And they're going to keep moving forward, Brock, down inside the opposing 30. It's a gain of 17 on that one. And it brings up a San Francisco first down.
Well, that play right there, that one is wide linemen. They run the 40, do all the agility tests in their spandex at the combine. Yeah, having fast, agile, big guys up front, it lets them set the table so the running backs can go do their job.
Makes the catch, but does not do it in bounds. Looks like he came down on that sideline. 2nd down coming up.
The best of the best, they just have this intuition, Kate. They know where the boundary is without looking. This receiver's not quite at that level yet. He lost track of where he was, and he brought it in, but out of bounds.
Purdy setting up that play action. Completed left side there to Jennings. And they stop him. He's marked down along that 18-yard line. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a first down.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
All set up now for 1st and 10. From the gun, McCaffrey. And get forward about 5 yards, it looks like. It's 2nd down now.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
First down run gets him 6, so now it is 2nd and 4. Here's Robinson up the middle. And he's unable to get away from that tackle. Good work by the defense. Nothing gained on 2nd down.
As that linebacker makes that tackle right in the middle of the field, all I'm thinking about right now, Kate, training camp. Because that's the middle drill right there. That is textbook. What you do in training camp, coming to life when it matters.
Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4. From the gun is Purdy. This one's caught. It's going to be short of that goal line, Brock, but not of the marker. They've got a 1st and goal.
To number 88. 1st and goal at the 1-yard line.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity. Man, did he make an impact play.
This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. McCaffrey does not get in. His push is stopped just short of that goal line.
Okay, all right. There's a little progress on 1st and goal. You keep it safe, you push a little closer, and now you're set up for what you want to do on 2nd down.
They're lining up on the doorstep. 2nd and goal from inside the 1. Here's McCaffrey again. And he's not going to score. He stopped short and actually might have lost a couple back at the 2.
Okay, this is going to be a fascinating call because defensively, you've stopped the run twice now, and I think you believe on that side, well, they got to put it in the air. But this is also where the offense could say, we got 2 more shots. Let's continue to pound the football. Can't wait to watch this one.
3rd and goal, Purdy. And he's going down. They said no to that shorter field goal, partner. Roll the dice for more, and they're going to end this 1st half empty-handed as a result. We're back, and it's 49ers football as we resume. The field goal team is out, and if he can make this and push this to a 2-possession ball game. Piniero's kick is good. Hold on, though. There's a flag down here, although if this is on the defense, Brock, they're probably just going to decline it and keep that make. Thought he had a chance to block it, but he ends up wiping out the kicker instead, and that's going to award their offense a 1st down. Looking to throw, Purdy. And got his man. That's a San Francisco touchdown. The 49ers pull out in front further, 13-zip. Christian McCaffrey, the touchdown. No hesitation on that throw. He got the guy he wanted right away, and he got it to him for the touchdown.
You know, it's great, Kate, to draw up plays that have all sorts of different options, but it's even better when you don't have to get to your 2nd read. His first broke open just like they planned, and that's 6 in the end.
Extra point try now from Piñeiro. The point after splits the uprights. And the 49ers double their lead to 14.
Texans nothing.
Now Piñeiro on to handle the kickoff. Here's Tremont Smith with the return. He stopped on the right. Now ready to go. They haven't been able to get that offense going just yet, Brock. The deficit at 14. They'll start this drive with Marks. He starts out this drive with a nice gain of 8. 2nd down.
Well, that run may not move the chains, Kate. That is such a confidence builder. It sets the tone for more play action, maybe more runs. That's exactly how you want to start a drive.
Last run got him 9, so now they need one more here on 2nd down. Chubb running out of the gun. pick up enough to move the chains.
That's good for the Texans. First down. First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Ooh, I like that. I really like that execution to move the chains. Now that third down call that they had ready, well, they could stick it right back in their pocket for a later occasion.
Zone read and handoff to Marks. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. Stroud off of play action. Cut along the left sideline, but he did not get both feet in. That's incomplete. Brings up third down.
Safe to say there's been an early disconnect between the planning phase and the execution phase for this offense. Might be time, Kate, really to get back to basics, to the calls that you just trust the most.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got third down. To the air, Stroud. Completed over the middle. And finally, they're able to stop this play from getting any more yards.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
First down throw by Stroud. Escapes out to the left. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up 2nd down.
You hear so many programs all around the league talk about it's all about the ball. It's all about the ball. Well, discretion, the better part of valor in a lot of cases. And right there, he understood it's all about the ball, and I'm not going to risk a turnover, wisely throwing it away.
2nd and 10, Stroud to throw. Throw secured by Jaden Higgins. And he gets this down to the 13-yard line. A 19-yard pickup, and that's going to move the chains.
Move the chains! Got to move them chains! Real momentum. Keep that defense on its heels.
First and 10 at the 13-yard line.
They have themselves another 1st and 10. Chubb gets this from the pistol. And they try to power it forward, but only a couple of yards there.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8. Throwing is Stroud. Set up the screen here for Marks. And he picks up about 6 on the play. Stopped though right near the marker. Didn't get it, third down.
Rhythm. You hear me talk about rhythm a lot. Whether it's a golf swing, a baseball swing, heck, even a bowler gets himself into rhythm. And I'm just telling you, kid, from experience, these little throws to running backs, it's one of the best things to get your offense into rhythm and a nice little gain on top of it.
Stroud looking to throw, 3rd and 2. And that finds him in the end zone for the Houston touchdown. The Texans make it a one-score game in the first half. If you're going to complete that one successfully, Brock, you need the perfect throw, just the right touch, and you also need a guy who can go up and get it just like that.
Yeah, need to be able to muscle somebody off the ball if you're not alone. And call me a little biased. Go ahead, I don't care.
You're biased.
But the success of that play does come down to the timing of the throw, Kate. If you don't throw it on time to that exact spot, you run out of room, and you don't give yourself that kind of chance.
Here's Kaimi Fairbairn on for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Texans cut the lead in half. It's down to 7.
Texans 7.
And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. Isaac Gorindo to return. Juke the defender. And this drive will start inside the 25. Now out comes the San Francisco offense. And after the impressive drive we just witnessed, you gotta imagine that they are hoping to respond with something similar.
Yeah, and I don't love to use the word can't, right? But this can't be a 3-and-out for this offense right here. They got to give their defense a chance to catch their breath and turn some of the momentum in the building.
No progress on first down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Made it all look so simple, didn't he? That linebacker sorting right through the traffic, finding the runner. That's instinct come to life.
First down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10. They kick the running back in motion. 2nd and 10 now. Completed to his running back. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
Translatable skills. That's what you call it. So effective as a runner, but those same traits that make him a great runner, adept at getting those yards, well, he translates now as a receiver in the open field.
3rd and 4 coming up now. Purdy looking to throw. Lofts it deep right side. Well, they had the look, certainly didn't shy away from it, but couldn't connect. And now they're stuck facing 4th down.
The numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to 3rd and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was 3rd and manageable and an incomplete.
On 4th down, looks like 49ers sending out Thomas Morstead now to punt. And this is the first time he's been called on today. And now he's going to call for the fair catch and take it just beyond the 30. The Houston offense out and ready to set up shop. And I think they'd be content doing everything the same as their prior drive and getting another touchdown here. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. First down, Stroud has him on the quick hitter. And he will have this across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop him. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And it sets up a Houston first.
The nice thing about a drag route is it works versus zone. You can find that soft spot and get a completion, but they can be very effective when you got an excellent route run.
On the gun, Marks gets it. And he's able to get it past midfield and down onto the 49er side. Call it 9 yards. Looks like a first for a moment. It's 2nd and 1.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
First down carry got him 9 yards. Here comes 2nd and 1. Shotgun now for Stroud. Finds the in route complete. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Right back to Kirk, and he's got it again. And just gets back to the line of scrimmage.
Christian Kirk. 1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the Niners' 41-yard line.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Operating from the gun, it's Stroud. And he works this to the 38 before going down. The rookie from Georgia in on that tackle.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
Throwing on 3rd down, Stroud. This is reeled in downfield by Schultz. And they stop him. He's marked down along that 18-yard line. An excellent gain, 20 yards there, and that's going to move the sticks.
1st and 10 at the 18-yard line.
defenders in the area, they still make the connection, Brock. It almost looked like it was just another throw on the practice field.
Yeah, this is how you just develop that just trust factor, that connection. We see it with QBs and tight ends, and the best of them make it look easy.
First down from the red zone. Short pass brought in. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
You know what I love to say? You never go broke taking a profit. And you often gain profits when you use your eyes as a quarterback. Those hitch routes, those underneath throws, oftentimes it's the eyes of the quarterback looking downfield and then taking that short completion.
Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. Running left. It's Chow on the top. Defender gets to him right around the line. It's going to be marked as no gain. So, Brock, that means 3rd down coming up.
These edge defenders in the league today, Kate, they've got so much on their list to do. A huge to-do list. They got to get to the passer, they got to set an edge, and they got to stop that run game, not just on the end of the line, but in that case, right in the middle of the field.
Stroud now on 3rd. Got his man. This is Noel. And this drive is going to continue. He's taken down at the 2 on 3rd down. And they've got themselves a 1st and goal.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him, only to drop your hips, cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
Chubb has the Houston touchdown. The Texans can tie it up in the 2nd after cutting into the lead. It's a Nick Chubb touchdown. Well, we all knew what was coming when they got into that goal line formation, didn't we, Brock? And they just pound the rock in for an old-school touchdown.
I just sometimes love that stuff. Nothing fancy, nothing cute. Here's our formation. You know we're running right at you, and we challenge you to stop us, and you can't.
Fairbairn now for the PAT.
For the extra point.
Extra point set right down the middle. And the Texans tie things up at 14. Now after tying this game up, they're all set to center away. Moore with a return. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25-yard line. The 49ers back on offense and set to take over. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. 49ers to the line. 1st and 10. On the ground to begin the drive with McCaffrey. Oh, man, nothing for him again, Brock. It has been a struggle all game as this one's quickly mocked up, too.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard running backs say there's just sometimes you got to run into darkness. Just go where there is no lane and hope that something opens along the way. That linebacker said, not this time.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10. They stick with McCaffrey. Pop behind the line here on 2nd down, which is only going to make things tougher for this 3rd down coming up.
Well, they were hoping to get outside and meet those guys at the 2nd level. Well, someone from the 2nd level came to beat him on his turf. And that meeting didn't go so well.
Timeout coming from the Texans. That's their 1st. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the 1st half. And the Texans go in nickel coverage, 3rd down. Shotgun snap for Purdy. He'll make a bid for it on the ground. And he's brought down beyond the marker. So a 1st down for them as we've hit the 2-minute warning. Now Purdy. Dumped off to his running back. And he's not going to be happy picking himself back up after this. They're sent backwards on first down.
He specializes in salvaging broken plays out of the backfield, but even he couldn't get anything out of that one, Kate. That defense, they were all over it.
Offense to the line for second down. Working out of the gun, it's Purdy. Drop this down to McCaffrey underneath. And he's brought down after a short gain.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you could depend on.
3rd and 10. Can this offense get it done? On the gun is Purdy. It's caught. Pearsall has it. And he's brought down right in the neighborhood of that 40-yard line. We get a timeout here taken by the 49ers. That's going to be their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. First down now, ball at the 39-yard line. Sticking to the air here, it's Purdy. Finds him over the middle. And he's going to be taken down a yard shy of the 25. San Francisco calls it second timeout. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on the defense.
Still on the move, coming to the line for 1st and 10. To throw again, it's Purdy. Looking screen, but they intercept it! And the Texans take over after forcing the first turnover of this ballgame.
That coordinator calls a screen pass. The last thing he's thinking is an interception. We so rarely see interceptions on screens. But when that defense has an awareness, as they did right there, and they got their eyes on the ball away.
The Texans going on offense now, just before halftime. They still have access to a pair of timeouts and a little time left, too, so points very much still in play here before the half. The Texans set up nicely as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. From the gun, Stroud. Caught by Collins on the slant. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. Houston calls it second timeout. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. To the air, Stroud. Caught along the left sideline, but he did not get both feet in. That's incomplete, brings up 3rd down.
You know, that's a nice job by the defense, Kate, to actually use the 12th defender, and that is the sideline. That throw didn't give the receiver enough real estate to establish possession, and the defense understanding how to use the boundary.
Stroud now, 3rd and 1. This connects with Schultz. And he's taken out of bounds as he gets it down near the red zone. He picks up 28 on the play. And the Texans are going to have a 1st down.
It was such a privilege for me to watch Marvin Harrison and Reggie Wayne in person in Indianapolis do their work. Darrell Jackson out in Seattle. They showed how great a deep out is as a chain-moving play. It's all about getting that leverage at the top of the route and then exploiting the leverage as that ball arrives on time downfield.
Means his offense setting up for 1st and goal.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. from the red zone now. And he will score. It's a Houston touchdown. The Texans take the lead just before halftime. Nico Collins with a touchdown. Manage that clock beautifully down to the final moments, Brock, and they get the score just before halftime.
That doesn't change the theme of the halftime speech, but I guarantee you it adds some enthusiasm to the tone. That was awesome.
Fairbairn now for the PAT. The point after splits the uprights. And the Texans break that tie and now lead by 7.
49ers 14.
Time left for maybe a return plus a play here as they send this away. So it goes for a touchback. Let's see what they decide to do with the time they've got remaining here.
Take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Back to throw it. And that one hits the ground incomplete. A single second left now on the clock.
Defender's not going to be thrilled the catch was almost made on his watch, but more importantly, he breaks it up. Gives him a chance to do a little jawing after the play. Lets the other guy know he roughed him up and cost him that catch.
One last play before the break. Throwing here just before halftime. Hits him on the out route. And he'll be out of bounds right along the 40. So we have a one-score game here at the break. Now it's time for the EA Sports Halftime Report. Scott Hansen, take it away.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the downtown Orlando studios. Scott Hansen and crew with you for a short and sweet halftime, as this game's had a little bit of everything to it. We'll find out which side can establish some tempo in the third quarter as we're ready to kick off the second half. Back out to our commentary team, Kate Scott and Brock Hewer.
Thanks for that update, Scott. Welcome back, everyone, for the third quarter. And a one-touchdown game here as we get you back down to the field. Fairbairn has it all set up for the kickoff. Moore with a return. And he's brought down just inside the 25. We'll see the San Francisco offense first this half as they're headed out now. That passing game they went to in the first half, it's going to need to be firing to start this second half, too, as they chase this lead. They'll start the second half with McCaffrey. Well, he continues to find no traction on the ground here, Brock, as they bring him down for no gain.
You know how we hear about teams and quarterbacks avoid targeting a stud quarterback, just throwing away from him? Or maybe they should avoid running it anywhere near this guy. He's having no issue stopping these plays cold.
Run lost him a yard to begin the drive. Here comes 2nd and 11. Now it's Purdy. Has him on the quick hitter. And he crosses the sideline a yard or two beyond, looks like the 30.
You know, Kate, it is so hard on these defenses to try to keep an eye and monitor on these running backs when they leave the backfield, especially if he's waiting to chip a defender or delays in the start of his route. He's really an underrated part of their overall passing game.
3rd and short. Here's Purdy. Pass brought in by Jennings. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Good luck defending that short yardage slant. Just not going to happen. There's a reason this is a go-to play for just about any quarterback in every situation.
New set of downs for him at the 38. On 1st and 10, it's McCaffrey. And he'll knife his way through for a pickup of 4.
A humble 5-6-yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain, not a game-changing play by any means. But one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front seven.
So gain of 5 on that first down. Let's see if they can repeat that performance now here on second. Motioning Jennings left. Purdy on the play action. The Texans close it in, and they will get him. And that pushes them back. Third down coming up.
My goodness, was that some kind of speed off the edge. There's only a handful of tackles in this league that have the lateral movement to stay in front of an end like that. Maybe time for this quarterback to start mixing up his cadence, his count, certainly making sure this defensive end can't get off the way that he has.
This drive in jeopardy. Here's a 3rd and 10. They'll empty the backfield and motion him out. Short pass caught by his tight end. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line.
Feet and eyes, Kate. Feet and eyes. They so often tell the story of every position on the field. When that quarterback's feet and eyes move to his secondary read, and so often it's a tight end, well, it's incumbent on that defense to fly to the ball. You want to make that tackle, force the 4th down? It took a great defensive effort to do it.
The 49ers are lined up in punt formation. And this is the 2nd time he's been brought on to kick it. And something on the return, but not much, as it still ends inside the 20. The Texans and wide receiver Nico Collins ready to go once again. They've certainly had no issues scoring, but their opponents have been right there with them, so they could really use some more points on this drive. Here's Stroud on 1st and 10. Completed over the middle. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight ends short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. They give inside to Chubb. He's unable to get away from that tackle. Good work by the defense. Nothing gained on 2nd down.
When you rush the passer, it's kind of like tracking down a runner. That same pass, same athleticism comes to life. He looked pretty good hunting his prey right there.
Here they come. This is 3rd and 5. They'll motion him out of the backfield. 3rd down from the gun. Stroud. He lofts it deep left. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Christian Kirk, the intended receiver. And that leaves them with 4th and 5.
Well, that took some force right there. That took some serious defensive effort to force the incompletion. You're not going to see a lot of guys ever let go of a football when they got a 1st down right in their midst. But that force, that contact, separated man from ball.
Fields this clean at the 30. And he can't evade the coverage team for much. They stop him before he gets really anything on that return. So here come the 49ers on offense. And as they get set, partner, gotta imagine they're bringing some urgency with them to the field this drive, too.
Yeah, I think you and I both know in calling these NFL games, that sense of urgency. So find a way to possess the ball and, more importantly, score some points.
Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10.
Stopped right at the line, but might as well have been a loss of yards as far as the offense is concerned. It's always humbling when you try force versus force, and the defense wins out.
Purdy setting up that play action. Caught by his fullback behind the line. And this is taken ahead to the 37. Play made by E.J. Speed.
I remember talking to Jim Harbaugh one time, and Bo Schembechler asked him when he was a head coach, do you have a tight end with his hand on the ground? Yes, coach. Do you have a fullback still on your roster? Yes, coach. Then you're going to do just fine.
3rd and 6 for them to figure out now. And he could have a free play here. Now set up the screen to McCaffrey. When he goes out of bounds, as now we're going to hear from our referee. We both saw the defender jump there before that snap. offense liked how that play went, so they choose to decline the penalty. First and 10, ball set up at the 48. They'll run here, following the penalty. This is going to be down to, looks like about the opposing 36 for their next snap. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs.
A gain of 16 yards.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great block in the spring of guys hitting blocks downfield and a back who can show off his wheels.
First down, ball at the 36. Going run again with McCaffrey. Like a turnaround these last two plays, huh? Nice gain on one, and now they get him behind the line.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline and his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
They'll empty the backfield and motion him out. It's his running back. And he's able to drive this to the 29 before the stop.
I know that completion doesn't move the chains. I love it nonetheless. You make sure that defense is aware of every eligible player going out. And this time it was out of the backfield with the running back that shows he's adept at catching it as well.
Now Purdy. Short pass brought in. That goes as a 4-yard pickup, and it gets him a first down.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a first down.
They'll come up first and 10. Hands it to the receiver here in motion. Oh, look at this sweep. Avoids a defender. We've got a foot race. And they shove him out. Looks like he got about 6 before they did so. It's second down.
Even if it doesn't get the first down, you can't be mad about that play offensively. The sweep was executed really well. They won the race to the edge and netted a solid gain.
Last run got him 7. Here comes second and 3. Trying an inside give now with McCaffrey. Oh, he lost the football. And the Texans grab it. And deep in their own territory, they're going to take possession now after the fumble. Look, we can spin positive here, Brock. You take away the ending, and that drive was outstanding. It was everything they were hoping for. Unfortunately, all that work and efforts, it's gone.
Hey, Kate and Cal, how important were those finals?
Pretty important.
Yeah, so was that ball security right there.
Here come the Texans as they get set to take over on offense. And unsurprisingly, Brock, a great day on the scoreboard so far for him. Has him with the advantage as we move through. So just like all touchdowns, all turnovers also reviewed, and they want to take another look at this one. All right, so we all know what we're looking for here, Brock. Where did an elbow, maybe a knee, something touch down? And as it does, is the ball loose at that point?
Yeah, throw in forearm, wrist, shin. There's no question the offensive guy's screaming something hit the ground while the defense is hoping it didn't.
So the nice defensive play, all for naught. He was down first, no fumble. They'll run here, it's McCaffrey. And he won't challenge for the goal line. The stop made at the 4. We'll get a stoppage now. Looks like we have someone banged up after that run in need of some attention. Still chances to get these final 4 yards. It's second and goal. They go to him again. And this time he's got it. Touchdown, San Francisco. The 49ers can tie it up after hitting pay dirt in the 3rd. Christian McCaffrey, the touchdown. So they punch it in for 6, Brock, and now a conversion away from tying this game back up.
This one just has the feel, doesn't it? The makings of a one-score game in the fourth quarter that could go either way.
Extra point try now from Pinheiro. Right down the middle, it's good. And the 49ers tie this game at 21. So we've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. Here's Smith on the return. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. The Texans and C.J. Stroud all set to go for their next drive. And he'll be happy to keep letting it fly as much as he has all game. Look at these numbers. They show just how effective he's been in captaining this offense. Off the play action, here's Stroud. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Tough one to retain through that hit. So second down coming up.
Once that quarterback broke the pocket, kind of turns into like a zone read option a little bit. Kate, you got a couple choices. Keep it yourself or try to force the throw. There was nowhere to go. He really should have used his legs.
Here's Chubb on second down. That's good room at the 35. And he'll finally be taken down right along the 40. That play good for 17 and a first down.
Hey, these are the type of games he's counted on to get when they're available. Unfortunately, we had tremendous vision to see the seam and get through it before that window could close.
Loose slated downs to approach here from the 40. Going to the ground again on first. No repeat success of that last run as he only is able to get back to the line on this play.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
Back to the line they go. It's second down. Operating from the gun, it's Stroud. Completed to his running back. And they're approaching midfield with that gain of 6. He's up to the 46.
You know, these running backs today, they are so versatile. It doesn't matter if they're running it or, in this case, same principle applies on routes out of the backfield. You don't get somebody close to him, that throw is headed his way.
Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4. Now it's Stroud. He's got it. Complete to Collins. He takes it down to the 33. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that first down.
Just how many times do we see teams go to this route? You can go to a Little League field, tell them to, hey, run to the post. It's a playbook staple. And he's someone you could depend on to create space and make catches out of it.
Stroud off the play fake. And this time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away as he goes down. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
Even from the booth, Kate, I can hear it. I can hear that front seven telling the guys on the back end, hey, all I need is a couple seconds of lockdown from you guys, and I'm going to get to this QB. You promise that you deliver? And that's exactly what they did, wasting no time in getting that sack.
Pass rush could be coming again after that last sack, Brock. Let's see. Here's 2nd and 19. Another try following the sack. Set up the screen here for Marks. He's got his guys into the red zone before someone can force him out. That's going to pick up the first down after a gain of 26.
Gotta be a pretty good actor. Gotta be pretty good at selling to that defense. That's a drop back pass. When you get a big play on the screen like that, boy, it's choreography by everybody on that offense.
shove here on first down. And he only manages one. Couple of defenders there to bring him down.
Okay, this is why you got to be careful to just run it always on first down. You got to break your tendencies. The casual fan, well, that casual fan knew what was coming, but more importantly, this defensive front did too.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on second down. From the gun, Stroud. Cut near the goal line. Touchdown, Houston. The Texans take a lead just before the end of the third. It's a Christian Kirk touchdown. Well, this has definitely been a tight one throughout, Brock. So now that they've taken the lead, the question becomes, can they hold on to it?
And that question right there is one the defense has to answer. But this sure had the look of a drive where a coaching staff challenged that offense, saying, hey, we need a big drive from you guys right here. And sure enough, that offense delivers.
Yeah, no doubt. Fairbairn now for the PAT. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Texans break that tie and now lead by 7. Fairbairn has it all set up for the kickoff. This makes it up to the 25. The 49ers are headed back out on offense as we get a look at Christian McCaffrey. And what we saw in the first half wasn't an anomaly, partner. They kept throwing it to him as we worked throughout the rest of this game, and the results have been just as good. Play action now. Purdy. They'll try and run this. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12. A touchdown aside in that frame as we run out of time in the third quarter. It's 49ers ball, and they're sort of in comeback mode here. They trail to start the fourth. Markers reset, ball at the 37. Free play here, let's see what he does. Finds him over the middle. And they take him down, but there's a flag on the play. So after some careful consideration, they're going to go ahead and decline the penalty. First and 10, ball set up at the 48. Running it after the penalty. Found some good space on that run, Brock. It's a gain of 8 into enemy territory.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
Last run got him 9, so now they need one more here on second down. From the 43. He's going to pull this one down and run with it. Pickup of 2 here. And that's a 49er first down.
You know, before the snap, right before the snap, you may have to take off if the read isn't there. That was a great adjustment made at the perfect time for the first down.
First and 10 from the 41. From the gun is Purdy. He goes back to him yet again. Complete. And they shove him out. Looks like he got about 6 before they did so. It's second down.
Hey, you like these results on thirds. That completion right there, right in the window where all options are now available to you on second down. That playbook wide open.
After a good pickup, they've got second and 4. They'll motion him out of the backfield. From the 34. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Ball and defender arrived at the exact same time there. And now they need to get 4 on 3rd down. Well, he already has himself 1 interception in this game, partner, and throws like that are going to find him another if he isn't careful.
Yep, those are the throws you want to intersperse and sprinkle into your passing game, because if they become the norm and you're constantly thrown into coverage, that's when 1 pick becomes 2, 2 becomes 3, and on and on.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up 4th down.
All right, he's got a pick. He's now got a sack. I know we don't have hat tricks like hockey or soccer, but if he can recover a fumble before the game ends, why don't we invent a new stat and consider a defensive hat trick or something like it?
So out now comes the punter. Thomas Morstead will kick it away. And that kick will get out of bounds without a return. Looks to be a little shy of reaching the 20. Now we get a look at this Texans offense. And that last drive, no answer for what they were doing through the air. So expect some tighter coverage this time around. And the receiver's going to take this one on the jet sweep. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that 1st down run.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10. Again, it's Chubb. And they will finally catch up to him just a second before he can reach that 40. 12 yards on that play and a good call, and that's up the 1st.
You know, Coach gets in that QB's headset, probably told his offense and his QB, listen, I don't want to see a 3rd down on this possession, or something kind of like that. Whatever version he told him, it worked.
1st down, ball at the 36. Staying on the ground here with Chubb. He surges ahead for 5. Make it 2nd down.
Some offenses, well, they prefer to go run in that RPO situation. It's a safer call, a little more conservative. But in this case, it gets him just as many yards as a short completion would have.
Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. Here's Chubb up the middle. And that one doesn't get him much. Give him maybe a yard. It's 3rd down. Now after the run, we see some trainers headed out for an injured player who was shaken up. Third and 4 coming up now. Shotgun now, 1st round. Has him on the quick hitter. And he will not get them to that marker. Heck, all he can do is get back to the line. 4th down.
Awareness. You've got to be aware. Play caller, quarterback, receiver have to be aware of where the sticks are. That route just not enough, not deep enough to extend the drive and move the chains.
Their punter making his way out now. Escapes a defender. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. The San Francisco offense headed out to take over. And they'll try for better results this time around, Brock, after they had to punt it away last time out. All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, it's Purdy. Hauled in by Moore. And this one doesn't go far.
That's a pretty similar result to a 1st down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
2nd and 6 coming up here. from the 24. Dialing up a receiver screen. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
So critical, Kate, on those receiver screens to get that ball out with great precision. You don't want that receiver thinking about anything but navigating the blocks in front of him. That's well done by everybody.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. They'll empty the backfield and motion him out. He'll drop this down to McCaffrey underneath. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And it brings up a San Francisco first down.
And those are the completions they rely on from their passing game.
New set of downs for him from the 46. 1st and 10 now. Here's Purdy. And it's a good one with the catch outright. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory.
Well, he saw his guys pick up the blitz, or he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them and the group up front to find somebody to get a completion, so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Off the play fake. Purdy. It's incomplete. Should have been a catch downfield, but off his hands and to the ground it goes.
I'll tell you this, Kate, they doubled him knowing that was where the pass was likely headed. That's doing your homework. A bit surprising QB still threw it in that direction with how well the defense had that one covered.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Purdy will sneak it. They sent him right up the gut, but he wasn't able to get anywhere. The defense braced for impact, and they made the stop. It's 4th down.
That right there, that's a tough pill to swallow. That's kind of a manhood test, Kate. When you get pushed backwards on a 3rd down QB sneak, you're going to look at each other in the huddle and say, that can't happen again.
He's keeping it. He's going for it. And he will get the first as they touch him down.
A certain variation of this play has really become synonymous with one team. You know what I'm talking about. The tush push over there in Philly. But its roots, this has been one of the offense's greatest plays long before Jalen Hurts and those Eagles put their own stamp on it. So simple to run, so tough to stop.
1st down, Purdy to throw. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
Yeah, this game, you just can't make it harder than it needs to be. Just get the catch first. Guarantee your yards, and then worry about escaping defenders after the catch.
After the incompletion, they come up on 2nd and 10. Purdy to throw it. He's got it to him yet again. That is caught. They're all over that screen, Brock. Didn't even get back to the line of scrimmage.
Kate, that's one of those situations as a quarterback that on my grade sheet, that's a negative. That screen was ambushed by the defense, and you've got to throw it away. Just find a way to put it at his feet and not create a negative play for your offense.
The Texans bringing out an extra DB. 3rd down coming up. They'll motion him out of the backfield. Here he is on 3rd and long. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And a couple of really good plays, Brock, made back-to-back behind the line to bring up 4th down.
That is some serious defensive urgency that really does, Kate, match the situation we're in. This is a one-score game. Even though they have gotten after this quarterback all game long, they know they can't let up now.
Punting unit out now. And he's going to try to give his defense a long field to defend. That one headed for the sideline. And this one ventures out of play on the fly. The question is where it's marked. Looks like they'll say the 17-yard line. Out now come the Texans on offense. They didn't add to their lead last time out. They punted it away, but still ahead and able to add to it here. And off to Chubb to start the drive. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
On these 1st and 10 calls, defenses are always keyed in that a run might be coming their way. And as soon as the QB turned to give the ball, the entire defense came crashing in to bury them for a loss.
First play of the drive lost a yard. Need to get it back and some change here. 2nd down. To the air. Stroud. Short pass brought in. And some excellent work to drive them all the way up past the 30-yard line. The big play nets him 17 yards. And it sets up a Houston first.
First and 10 at the 33-yard line.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
He tosses it to Chung. Across the 45 and still going. And he gets this down to the 38. He'll move the sticks after ripping off a gain of 28.
You know I love that, Kate, but you know who loved it even more? The late, great John Madden himself, the former lineman. He would have loved watching the student body get right out in front of that thing, those blockers just knocking people off the ball, and let him clear the way so that running back could show off his speed.
Jump running out of the gun. And he's stopped as he gets this one down to the 27-yard line. The defense calls a timeout, so that's their first. They still have 2 to work with in this final quarter.
First and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Offense set for a 1st and 10. Here's Chubb. And they sent it straight ahead, but the front stops him after a gain of 3. Now before we reach the 2-minute warning, we've got a timeout. That's the second one used by the defense in this half.
Hey, not a bad play by any means, but there's room for more, and they know it.
Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7. Straight ahead, here's Brooks. Looks like he gained about 3 yards. It's also going to bring up 3rd down. Now we get a pause, Brock, as the defense uses its final timeout, so the clock only going to stop again at our 2-minute warning.
They may be a dying breed in the NFL, but this is why fullbacks will continue to be used by some teams each and every year. Those bigger bodies, they're almost always good for a positive gain before someone can drag them down.
7th play of the drive, offense facing 3rd and 3. He's back to throw. It isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And this defense makes the stop in a big way to bring up 4th down.
As we're into the 4th quarter, we know this. We know that money down could not be any more important than right now. Both sides are certainly fatigued. You feel it in both their play. But battling through what's been a physical contest all game long, going to be the key here down the stretch.
That takes us to the 2-minute warning in Houston. Texans leading by 7. Kaimi Fairbairn on now as we see how he handles this moment. This one from an even 40 yards out. Up and good from Fairbairn. And that'll push it to double digits in a 2-possession game.
The best kickers I've been around here over the last few decades, they relish these moments. They know the hard work all their buddies on offense and defense have done. When they can make it a 2-score game and be clutch when it matters, these are the moments they live for.
Fairbairn has it all set up for the kickoff. Moore with a return. And in the end, he's able to get it to about the 25-yard line before he's hauled down. Now the 49ers getting set to go on offense. And I'm sure they're tired of bringing out the puncher, Brock. They're hopefully going to give him some rest this time around and find some points to go after that lead. Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. Shotgun snap for Purdy. This one's out to Pearsall on the left side. And he's going to be brought down up at the 28-yard line.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 28-yard line.
2nd down now, 7 to go. From the 28. Connects on the crosser. And he will not get any further, but plenty of progress already.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, and sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
No timeouts and down 2 scores. They've got to find points quickly here. It's 1st and 10. Completed over the middle. And he's able to get this down to the 36.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on a throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Running back sent in motion. Again, it's Brock Purdy. Catch made over the middle. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap 1st down.
And they've got themselves another 1st and 10. To the air again. Purdy. Complete out to the right. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. So it's a win for the Texans. And it was a game for fans of high-scoring football, wasn't it? I know Brock was enjoying seeing both of these offenses work, and really not a lot to dislike from either group. Just one side working at a slightly better clip than the other. That was the difference in the win. That does it for another broadcast of the NFL on EA Sports. With my partner in the booth, Brock Hewitt, I'm Kate Scott. It's a win for the Texans, as we'll see you next time from Houston.